Good morning, everybody. So that I could get your help in understanding who my audience is, I'm just curious, how many of you are either planning or currently have your business operating out of your home? Okay, a good percentage. Great, because that goes right to my first point, which says build a relationship with an agent. Before I get to that, you'll notice there's been a kind of a vicious rumor going around that the initials after my name, CIC, means Casey is confused. Although that is true, often it's a professional designation called Certified Insurance Counselor. I just wanted to dispel that rumor. But going back to building a relationship with an agent, it sounds self-serving, but really where it can help you is this. And I'm not talking about going to play golf or taking them out to drinks, although those things may be great. But especially for you folks that are operating out of your home. I was talking to a gentleman earlier, and he is doing exactly that. And the first step he took, which is what I would give you, there's two main nuggets I want to give you today. The first step for you folks operating business out of your home is talk to your current agent, your homeowners or your auto insurance agent about what you're doing regarding business. And here's why. Because they will protect you on both the personal and the business side. If you come to someone like me that specializes in commercial insurance, which is great, we'll get you protected, but my concern, and I've seen it happen, is you have something happen at your home. Well, was it a business thing or was it a personal thing? Well, it's a friend of mine that comes over to my house, but we do some business. And what you might have happen is you have my insurance company arguing with their insurance company about who should help you. The bottom line is insurance is money to help you when bad things happen. And one of the best things you can do is develop a good relationship with your agent so they understand what's going on in your business so that if something does happen, you're protected. All right, the next thing, service level commitments. Expect service level commitments. Tony hit on that a little bit, and I think it's great. Like in a restaurant, you would expect you would go in and the restaurant would be clean, or a gentleman mentioned earlier. You'd have quality food and it would be priced right. And those are certain expectations you would have. What expectations do you have of your insurance agent? Okay, I don't, it's the eyes get glassy and so on. It's like, this is not a sexy subject. And I understand why, but if you're at a restaurant, all of us eat, some of us more than others, but all of us eat, and if you have your iced tea is drained, you would hope that the waiter or waitress would come by and refill it, right? But I find with insurance, when I talk to people, what are your expectations? Oh, they return my calls, they send out certificates, they file a claim. Those are all reactive services. And what I would challenge you, especially you folks that are growing and have some liability in terms of a decent-sized commercial, is go talk to your agent about proactive service commitments that they can make to you. Hey, I'm going to check up and visit you twice a year, maybe 3 times a year, maybe quarterly, and see where your sales and where your payrolls are to make sure that things aren't getting out of hand. I know, Tony just spoke, but, there's audits in the insurance business too. And a lot of times those are based on either sales or payroll. And if you're not keeping track of that, you're either doing one of two things. You're going to loan the insurance company money interest-free for a year. How exciting is that? Or you're going to get a lovely letter from the auditor saying, hey, it was great seeing you. Glad to hear your business is doing great. And oh, by the way, send me a check for $12,000. It's due in a week or we're canceling your insurance. Neither of those are happy scenarios, but if you have a service level commitment from your agent in terms of here's what we're going to do proactively and here's how we can help you, you're going to be in much better shape. In respect to that, the one other nugget I would give you besides the folks that are operating out of their home to talk to their current agent is look to your current policies about a crime policy, especially if you have other people in your business. I just wrote down real briefly, retail store, dentist, florist, attorney, insurance agency, restaurant, auto dealer. There's 5 or 6 that I just went like that I've known that have had internal problems with theft and criminal activity. And unfortunately, some of them had to go out of business because of it. So if you have a business now and you're operating, and especially if you have employees and other people operating in it, check with your agent and make sure that you have some sort of protection on the crime side. Because I would hate, out of a group this big, there are some people, unfortunately, that may have a bad thing happen in the near future, and I would want you protected. Last thing is shop intelligently. Let's just ask some questions. George Orwell, the writer of 1984 and Animal Farm, had a quote, and I love the quote. It says, Insincerity is the enemy of clear language. If you found your way here, you're fairly intelligent. You were able to get in the car, maneuver it, arrive. If you ask your agent a question, you can't understand the answer, give him or her another shot, and then maybe go ask another agent. Because there's no reason why this should be mystical or it should be a problem. You should be able to get information fairly quickly. And with that, I will thank you. I appreciate the time, and James, I appreciate the invitation.